everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Today's session, we are going to be looking at how to conduct a fundraising capacity assessment. In our previous session, we looked at what fundraising capacity assessment is all about. So in case you missed that video, kindly check it out. For those who are new to my channel, a very warm welcome. My name is Lucy Njoe and I'm a certified fundraising executive and a grant proposal development consultant. And here we talk about growing our nonprofits so that we can have greater impact and so that we can also have sustainable programs. So I equip you with skills and resources that you need to grow your organization and help you to move to the next level. So feel very much welcome to my channel. How do we go about conducting a fundraising capacity assessment? The first step in conducting a fundraising capacity assessment, of course, we start with the preparation. So the preparation phase, this is where we set aside a day when we're going to conduct the assessment. You want to also prepare your team, invite your stakeholders if possible. You want to have a bigger team participating in this event. So think through who should be part of this process. So you can think around your different stakeholders. This could include maybe organizations you are partnering with. It could include your beneficiaries, could include government staff. Your board members also are key to be present during this process. And of course, you need your whole team if possible. In recognition, like we discussed last time, that every member of your team has a role to play in fundraising. So it's important that they're involved in this process. So you want to prepare them. Of course, the other thing in preparation phase is to look at the documents that you may need for that session. Maybe your strategic plan. You may want to look at your mission, the different documents, especially planning documents that guide your operations. It's good to just have them ready somewhere in a folder so that you can always refer to them whenever there's need to do that. So once you have prepared your set, you have identified a particular day, you have communicated with your stakeholders and the members who are going to be participating. The next phase is then preparing your assessment tool. So to conduct a fundraising capacity assessment, you can either do it internally, self-administration approach, or you can also invite consultants to facilitate the whole session. The advantage of having an external person is that they may see or identify some things that you may, some gaps or even opportunities that you may not recognize yourselves. So if you can invite someone external, if you can't, it's still fine, go ahead. Of course, you need a tool to guide you through the process. You should ensure that the tool captures the key aspects or the key pillars of a fundraising infrastructure. And if you want to know the 7 pillars that I shared in the last session, kindly check out our previous video. We discussed in detail the 7 pillars, but I can quickly do a recap. The 7 pillars include your fundraising perspectives, your planning documents for the organization. This includes the strategic plan, the fundraising strategies and like. The other aspect includes the human resource capacity. You need to look at your fundraising culture, your communication with the external environment, your commitment to evaluation. Access them, or you can see them in our previous video. And I will also leave a link down here with some more details around that. So once you have your tools ready, then you want to now conduct the actual, assessment. So you sit down with your team and go through each pillar and discuss. Now, the whole goal or the main outcome of conducting a fundraising capacity assessment, remember, is to identify actions, actionable strategies that you can implement that will help you to raise your standards in fundraising, that will help you to build a strong fundraising foundation that can catapult you to the next level. And in the next level, I mean, you're able to attract more funding. And so each pillar you want to see, what can you do? There are many things that we can do when we think through each pillar. Do we need to do a training for our staff? Or when we look at perhaps even our mission, we need to sharpen it. Do we need to rethink it? Do we need to rethink our audience? Do we need to rethink the current strategies that we have in place? So having a day dedicated to just thinking, discussing, taking time to plan and to come up with actions that then you can implement, in a systematic manner is what is very key. So once you have done that, like I have said, then you want to develop an action plan. That's the next step, is developing the action plan, putting it together in form of a document that anyone can go back to and see what is their action plans. So what are the components of an action plan? Your action plan should have, actionable steps. You need to identify actions that you can take and you have the capacity to. For example, you could say that you are going to be running or posting a success story every week or every 2 weeks to help communicate with your external environment better. So that's something that you could take, but again, for another organization, they may have the capacity to even do it daily. So you have to look at your systems and see, can we be able to do this, and what steps can we really be able to support? So once you have identified your actions, then you want to identify the person responsible for each and every action. So for example, who is responsible for conducting continuous donor mapping? Those are some of the things that come up. Who is responsible for making sure, for attending maybe stakeholders meeting on monthly basis? So having those systems put in place is very important. So the action, the person responsible, the timeline. How often do you expect this person to do this activity? Or if it's a major activity, so for example, it's an annual event that you've agreed is going to be one of your strategies. How often, if it's an annual event, it means then it is going to be held at a certain time. By when? So you need to identify it by when. Is it going to be held by October? Is it going to be held by August? So those are some of the things, that the actions that you take up, you come up with, and you put them in a sample, and in the description I will leave a sample action plan that you can always download and use it to tailor-make yours for your own organization. The last step in this process is, of course, conducting a post-action review. Have done, what you have achieved, why did you not achieve it? So review again with your team, find out what maybe the challenges were, what other actions can you take, what external help can you leverage on, do you need someone to come in and help think through? So it's a continuous process, and it's a very important process that you need to put in place. And with that, that is all I had for you today. But just to remind you, I am here to support you, to help you, to equip you with the skills that you need. And so if you would want me to be part of to help you out with your capacity assessments, if you would want to also take advantage, we have a consultancy package that I do offer to nonprofit organizations, where we come in with my team and we conduct a capacity assessment. We help you develop an action plan. We even go ahead and help you to develop a fundraising plan. How cool is that? A fundraising strategy. We help you with your reviews at a very affordable price. So if you're interested, kindly reach out to me. My contact details are in the description box. And thank you, really, really thank you for being here, for listening, for supporting my work. I really appreciate you. Thank you.